Hi guys, Vino here and welcome to this Vino Plonk production, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Madmen The Complete Collection Deluxe Edition Blu-ray set from here in the UK. So I've actually owned my Madmen quite a few times on DVD or Blu-ray. So years ago we used to have this shop here called Ross Records. And I went there when I first got my motorcycle, went there, bought a few bits and bobs, and I bought Madmen on DVD, the first few seasons. Ended up selling it later on. I then proceeded to get Madmen seasons 1 to 5, I think it was, on Blu-ray. A little while later, off of eBay, got it for £15, quickly found out I could sell it to CX for £25, so I did that basically. But ever since selling that Blu-ray set, I have wanted to get Madmen on Blu-ray once again, especially when it finished in 2014. Was it that finished? Ever since then I have wanted to get hold of it again, but I wanted to get something special because it's one of those shows that everyone goes crazy about, and I wanted to get something quite nice for it. I was perusing eBay a few weeks back, found this, gave the best offer to the seller, and then they accepted that and held on to it for a few weeks for me, and this is it. This is a beautiful set, as you're about to find out. So if I take off this really thick outer card, that's not going anywhere, that's some sturdy card there. And then on the inside you get this like photo frame album kind of look. There's a silhouette of, I assume, Don Draper on the back. Now you have Madmen, and if we now flip through it, you get pictures, screenshots, what have you, from the show. Trying to make sure I can show that all in frame. There we go, some quotes, all that kind of good stuff. That's a really nice shot. I do like that, of Don Draper, Peggy Olson, Betty Draper, Joan Holloway, and all the different people. Then we have some more shots like that. Really is, to me, a beautiful, beautiful looking set. And these pages are really thick. They house the discs, which I'll show off in a minute. But they are fantastic, in my opinion. And then you get to the last page of season, and then the last page is a bonus disc, and you can see just at the top there that the discs are housed in the top of each page, which I'm going to try and illustrate now. So I just got this out of here, just going to try and slip it back while holding up the set, which isn't the easiest, to be honest, but if you push them in, they kind of click back into place. And I will say this, because this always gets brought up when a set like this comes out, is Blu-ray discs are very, very, very durable. They are coated with an oleophobic coating that stops fingerprints damaging them, and they're coated with an extra tough layer to stop scratches. So Blu-ray discs being in something like this, it doesn't really matter that much. Blu-ray discs are really hard to scratch, and even if you do scratch them, it's hard to get the laser not to detect it. Next up, we have this little envelope kind of thing here, and of course I'm going to go through the contents of that now. The first thing that's contained within there is a really nice episode guide. So you got the back there, tells you what's on the bonus disc, another quote there. So you got one-on-one with Matthew Weiner, who's the creator, writer of the show, Men of Sterling Cooper and Partners, main cast wrap-up, casting Madmen, cast faves, Janie Bryant, design of the decade, Madmen advertising archives, and historical timeline. So that's what's contained on the bonus disc, and of course it is an episode guide. Really, really nice episode guide that just looks straight out of Madmen itself, to be quite frank. Next up we have a letter. This is a headed letter from Sterling Cooper of the Chief Copyright Peggy Olson, and it's just a letter. Okay, I'm not going to read it because it probably would spoil part of the show for me because I'm only through season 1. I do need to make my way through the rest. Next up we have some character cards, art cards. We have Roger Sterling there. We have Don Draper himself. We have Betty Draper, Don's wife. We have Pete Campbell. We have Peggy Olson, and we have Joan Holloway. Fantastic, fantastic characters, and they're all played brilliantly by their respective actors and actresses, I must say. And I will say that probably they are the crucial people when it comes to the show. So having those in, like, you know, art cards like that makes a lot of sense. Next up we have a bunch of letters. Whoa, a bunch of blank letters which I've got quite a few of them. They're all just headed with Sterling Cooper. So you can photocopy those, you can write directly on them and pretend that you're from Sterling Cooper if you want to. There's some here from Sterling Cooper Advertising. They are headed slightly differently. And I do believe you get one from SCDP, which is Sterling Cooper Draper Price, which is of course what the agency becomes after a certain point in the series. So there you go, that's some more accoutrements. Next up is something that does serve a very significant point during the show, and this is Don Draper's Why I'm Quitting Tobacco letter that he writes that gets featured in a magazine article. So there you go. I'm not going to say much more than that because it is a spoiler. I do know about it, but again, spoilers in case you don't really want to watch the show. We then get this collage, for lack of a better term, about showing all of the different cast members. I don't know if these are in character, but they're definitely interesting to look at. The one I like the most is Kin Shipka. There, she looks like she's having a whale of a time. So yeah, there you go. All of the different actors, actresses that play the different characters. I think it's a fantastic collage of all the different people. Some are in character, some aren't, some appear to be breaking the fourth wall. I think it's wonderful, to be honest. So the last thing we have in the accoutrement is actually a floor plan of Sterling Cooper Draper Price. You have it in sort of plan form there, and you have it in blueprint form there. So yeah, so you can actually see where people are and where they work and all that kind of stuff. So yes, there has been a look at the Madmen Complete Collection Deluxe Edition from the UK. One thing I will say when it comes to Madmen, there are many different ways of getting hold of this set. There are so many different ways. There's a 1 to 5 season set, I think it is, with whiskey glasses. There's another complete set with other things with it. Like, there are so many different ways to enjoy the show that there's no wrong or right way, to be completely honest with you. I did pay £100 for the set, I would say, and it is currently £160 on Amazon, so it is more on the pricier side. So this is one of the more pricier options, but there are many options that are far cheaper than this. There's actually a really nice sort of smaller media book style one that is available for a bit less than this particular set. So it's entirely up to you which way of course you go, but I did want to feature this particular set because I think it's gorgeous and I think it really is representative of Mad Men, and that's going to look really nice on my shelf, and I'm going to cherish this for many years as I make my way through Mad Men, continuing on from season 2, which will probably be in the next couple of weeks once I've let season 1 settle and sizzle a little bit more in my head before I continue on with season 2. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys, but until next time, please take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ra, guys.